More and more of the general public is becoming aware that our war on drugs does not function the way that it's supposed to. We've spent as a nation more than $1 trillion trying to keep people from consuming substances that we decide this one's bad, this one's good, this one's bad, and we pass laws that tell people that they're not supposed to be using these things, and the process doesn't seem to work. As I said, we spent $1 trillion trying to do it. There have been thousands and thousands of people who have been killed over this attempt to put this together and to cause this to function. And the reason it doesn't work, and this is important, people have to understand this, the reason it doesn't work is because it's the wrong tool for the job that's intended to be performed. It's the wrong tool. For instance, as far as the wrong tool, for instance, if I worked in a hardware store in the glass cutting department, I wouldn't use a hammer to cut the glass. It wouldn't do a good job, and it would have unintended consequences, such as the whole piece of glass shattering. It's not the right tool for the job. You want a glass cutting tool to be cutting the glass with, not a hammer. Now, the reason this is the wrong tool is because what we're attempting to do is to change what people like to consume, their appetites, by passing a law. And the piece of paper is irrelevant to what a person likes to consume. If anything, as far as adjusting the desire for a particular thing, passing a law against it may have an effect of slightly increasing the appetite for that thing. It's a forbidden fruit kind of effect. Tell a child not to touch a burner on a stove. If you walk out of the room at that point, you could be arrested for cruelty to children. So what do? We let them get into elementary school, junior high school, and tell them, don't take drugs. Guess what? They're teenagers. They rebel. Good grief. Do we want them to consume these things? Tell them not to. That's the way kids work. Anyway, wrong tool for the job. Let me explain that a little better about like appetites. Say, for instance, on Monday, you like the taste of apples. On Tuesday, up in Lansing, they pass a law that says apples are illegal. You will no longer like the taste of apples. You know what? On Wednesday, that piece of paper isn't going to make one shred of difference about how a bite of an apple will taste to that person that likes the apples on Monday. It's irrelevant. It's the wrong tool for the job. You can try to eliminate every apple tree that exists out there. What that's going to do is it's going to make what apples are available, it'll cause them to be more expensive. And the people that really like apples, they're going to really like them even more because they can't get them as easily. It's that forbidden fruit kind of thing. So anyway, this is why the war on drugs is failing, is because it's the wrong tool for a job. It's taking a hammer to a piece of glass to try to cut the glass. It's passing a law against apples. It's the wrong tool. Perhaps something that could make a difference that we as a society could throw our tax dollars at might be some kind of therapeutic kind of thing to be able to help a person change what they like to consume, to change their appetites. But simply passing a law just is completely irrelevant. It does nothing but fill up our prisons, clog our court systems, render our police inefficient, because they're running around chasing a plant, for instance, instead of chasing after murderers and rapists. It's the wrong tool for the job. What's worse is by trying to apply that tool inappropriately, much as the hammer on the piece of glass, the whole pane shatters. This attempt to force people to change their appetites has the unintended consequences of giving a birth to a whole new crime wave that is filling our world. It's a war that can't be sustained, and because this war is the wrong tool for the job, it cannot possibly function. It can't work. And all of this collectively together is why the war on drugs cannot work. It cannot. In fact, we were warned 2,000 years ago by the Apostle Paul that passing rules and regulations to try to make someone holy is ineffective. It doesn't work. What happens between me and God is between me and God. And if Lansing passes a law that says thou shalt be a Christian, it's not going to impact my relationship with God. Not at all. Because that which is flesh, that which is spirit is spirit. It's the wrong tool for the job. And the Apostle Paul warned us about that 2,000 years ago. Abraham Lincoln warned about something similar when he was talking about the temperance movement of his time. And he warned about the dire results, these unintended consequences of what would take place if the anti-alcohol movement was allowed to pass into law. And he was proven to be right. The same thing applies today. You're trying to use the wrong tool for the job by passing a law that says, just don't do it. It doesn't work. And the worst thing is, it actually works in your opposite direction because you have the forbidden fruit effect. There is actually a slight increase in the desire for the thing which is forbidden. Please think about that. We've made our own hell on this topic. Let's get ourselves out of it.